Certainly a stormy night in Arizona as we track the impacts of the rain, wind, and lightning here in the valley this evening, including 20,000 homes and businesses right now which have lost power.
Yeah, you can see those 3 live shots right now. We're seeing a lot of activity. A severe thunderstorm warning just expired for Phoenix, and it is official. Sky Harbor just saw first measurable rain since July 2nd. And also, Jared, you've been watching what's going on at Sky Harbor. They're not seeing any flights landing or taking off at this point.
Yeah, it's basically a ground stop right now as the storm moves through. There are a lot of incoming planes that are circling out in the desert waiting for their chance to land, and we have planes not taking off or landing right now as the storm continues to impact the valley.
The thunder rolls. Let's check in with our first alert meteorologist, C. McLaughlin. Wow.
Well, when we talk about the Arizona monsoon, this is what we're talking about when we've got very high damaging wind gusts. I'm going to show you the wind speeds here in a second. We've got a lot of lightning out there as well as some heavy rain. Outside right now, it's 100 degrees over at Sky Harbor, but it's dipped down into the 90s. Yes, with that first measurable rain since the first part of July. And it has been a lightning show after that dust storm rolled through early in the evening at around 6:30, 7 o'clock. That dust wall came through. All that static electricity, all that dust in the atmosphere really has been putting out a lightning show for the last couple of hours. Here are some of the peak wind gusts. These are the official gauges at most of the airport locations. What pops out there is Mesa Gateway at 51, 56 mile an hour wind gusts. At Phoenix Sky Harbor, I'm going to show you a gauge just south of that popped an even higher number. Right now, the visibility has started to improve. It's come up to 10 miles an hour. It was down as low as 4 miles an hour when these storms, those outflows came roaring down off the rim, as well as coming up from the south, colliding over the valley and really kind of lighting up these thunderstorms. So here's a look at what we've got currently, and it's mostly in the central to western part of the valley. You can see Glendale is getting hammered. Same thing for Surprise. Kind of track it out for you. Yeah, Tolleson, you're next to the next couple of minutes. Avondale, about 9:15. This is tracking to the southwest at around 20 to 25 miles an hour. I'm gonna toss it over to Holly. We've got team coverage for you throughout this hour here on Arizona's Family. And Holly, that's the big number right there.
See, it's like a Christmas for us here in Phoenix, right? Just because of the rainfall total itself at Sky Harbor. This is the first time in more than 50 days we've gotten rain. That's our official rain gauge here at Sky Harbor, 0.04 of an inch. That now brings our monsoon total to about 0.2 of an inch. Compare that to normal. That's still well below about 1.5 inches. That's where we should be throughout this monsoon. But anything we can get, we'll take, right? Take a look at some of these rainfall totals. Like Sean was saying, a lot of this activity started out east. Areas like Gold Canyon got slammed with close to about 3/4 of an inch of rain, more than 1/2 of an inch in central Phoenix near the 51 and Glendale Avenue. Mesa as well, Ahwatukee close to 0.4 of an inch, and even measurable rain in North Scottsdale and Tempe as well. Of course, these rainfall totals are going to change as we head into the next couple of hours because Sean is still tracking those active radars for us this afternoon and into this evening as well. So Sean, taking us through our futurecast model.
Yeah, right next to you because these wind gusts are really impressive. Like I said, we had a gauge just south of Sky Harbor. Look at this. Thunderstorm wind gusts 817, 69 miles an hour. That's 5 mile an hour off hurricane strength winds. That is pretty incredible and shows to you the power of this storm that's been rolling across from east to southwest across the valley over the last hour, hour and a half. Nicole and Jared are tracking some of the power line outages or the power outages. Here it is through 10 p.m. going to be pushing to the southwest. We see this activity pretty much over by midnight, 1 o'clock this morning, and then those clouds will start to clear in the early morning hours. But we still have 2 more first alert weather days, not only tomorrow, but Saturday and then again on Sunday for extreme heat. So actually 3 first alert weather days ahead, and you can see where it's rained, measurable rain, dropping the temperatures into the 90s, but still pretty warm out in the West Valley because the rain or that rain cooled air hasn't hit those rain gauges. So lots to talk about. We've got guys, live reporters in the field to kind of give you an idea what it's like on the freeways and streets all around the valley right now. But this is a great time, and I'm sure our reporters are going to emphasize this, to have our first alert weather app because I just got a notification when I was driving in from the West Valley how close the lightning was to my location because it takes it right off the GPS of your phone. So it's a great time to have that app on your phone right now because it helps to keep you and your family safe. Full coverage coming up throughout this hour here in the First Alert Forecast Center.
I apologize. That 69-mile-an-hour gust, was that at the official gauge at the airport?
No, it's a gauge to the south of the airport. So I'm going to see where that storm report came from. There was several of those storm reports. There was about a 60 or a 59-mile-an-hour gust south of Mesa Gateway. So those are the storm reports, usually from public spotters that are emailed directly to the National Weather Service office, and then those are kind of planted on my maps that I can kind of pick up on.
Gotcha.
That's sometimes when we start to see trees coming down, power lines, all that good stuff. So we have our teams listening to the scanners in the newsroom, and then also we've got people fanned out across the valley. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on with the damages out there.
All right, Scene and Holly will check back in right now. Let's head out to our breaking news reporter, Stephanie Dupre. Stephanie, where are you and our storm commander?
Well, Jared, we're actually closer to the station. We're now along North 5th Ave. We're reaching 7th Ave, where we see an accident right in front of us. There's a lot of traffic here. As we've been mentioning, the power is out in a lot of this area. The weather having a severe impact on that. Traffic lights, people having to make, reminding folks, make sure if your traffic light is out, make a four-way stop. Pay attention to what other drivers are doing. Take those turns. This accident you're seeing, I'm still trying to figure out what happened, whether if it was weather related or we're actually driving by it right now. I don't think our camera can zoom in on this from this angle, but I do see two cars involved. Looks like a bumper to bumper thing. There are multiple police officers out here. And I will say accident related, we have seen quite a bit of that during our time out here in Storm Commander. As we talk about monsoon and the way that it really curates itself, it just pops up randomly. It comes down hard and fast in all these different areas. So we've been chasing this storm at different the valley all day, and we've really kind of watched that come fold. So the rain has now stopped. We're back in the Phoenix area. Like I said, we were just near the station. So now it's kind of watching the lightning happen. Obviously, want to be very careful with that. Some of it was even too close for comfort, for me, my photographer, as we were driving out on the highways. So we are going to stay on the roads, obviously be safe, and we'll keep you viewers updated with what we learn. And if we can help in any way, we'll make sure we keep you posted. And as Scene said, make sure you download the First Alert Weather app. It really helped me and Miguel out tonight, so keep that on handy too. For now, live in Storm Commander tonight, I'm Stephanie Dupre for Arizona's Family.
Stephanie, thank you. You mentioned the power outages, so let's talk about that now. According to SRP and APS, they have a combined 20,000 outages in Maricopa and Pinal counties. What you're looking at here, this is the map of outages from SRP. You could see they're concentrated in North Phoenix along the I-17, also another cluster down south of the airport, and there are more clusters in Tempe and parts of Mesa as well. APS's outage map basically has outages in North and Central Phoenix this evening. Again, about 20,000 customers, homes and businesses without power in Pinal and Maricopa counties right now.
Yeah, and let's